It's so funny when I let the ducks out. They'll go to their food and then they'll start looking at the other coop like, hey, let the other guys out. Where's my chicken friends? Forgot the chickens. I'm not busy doing chores right now. That's usually what I'm doing when I let the ducks out. So I can get them on film. I let the ducks out first because Chila wants to bite my fingers while I'm doing this part. So if I do ducks first, then Chilo's not got access to my hand. Here's Chilo. The feisty guy. He wanted to be in charge since he became of age. And before that, he was a mean chicken. When he was a really little baby, he was so sweet. Now that he has his own flock, his behavior is so much better. It's like he just needed some girls of his own. And him and Caesar get along well. They had one bad fight where it looked like it was a fight to the death. And I separated them for a couple hours and they've been fine ever since. It was an easy separation. I just threw Chilo outside of the fence and he paced the fence to get back in for a couple hours before I let him back in. Instead of going off and wandering the yard and having a good day, he just paced the fence. But look at them now, they're fine. I mean, all roosters do some play fighting, you know, rooster games. I'm okay with. It's very entertaining. There are days I wish I had my camera that I didn't, where they are just beautifully, acrobatically flying in the air at each other, not causing any damage, but just, you know, a seniority game. You know, it's in their blood. I've had so many people tell me just to leave my roosters alone and let them fight it out. Well, they're not really okay with bloody roosters, fight to the death. So if it gets nasty, I intervene if I'm out here. If I'm not out here, I have to come back to, you know, a bloody chicken and bloody rooster, who then has to be separated to heal. Girl fight. Yeah, the girls fight too. For seniority. Chores done. So the ducks, they're stinky birds, so I have to do a clean out on their boxes, which is where they sleep. So I take bedding out and put fresh bedding in. Keeps it sweet smelling. I can't stand putting the birds away and smelling ammonia. I mean, if you're letting the birds out in the morning and you smell ammonia, that's somewhat normal, right? But you know, you should stir the bedding up with a rake, add some fresh, clean it out. I added fresh here because the ducks like hanging out here when it's cold and rainy for their little respite. They liked that. It's nice and soft and clean. I just threw, we'll go to the big door. Fresh bedding on top of this one. But it also needs the rake and it needs to be stirred up. It's a pretty thick base, and I do a partial clean out on it. Meaning, you know, I won't clean out the whole thing, but I'll take half of it out. Or a good bucket full here and there. At some point I have to take the wheelbarrow and clean the whole thing out. It's hard to do in the winter. Now I'll go to the compost. The chickens aren't as stinky as the ducks. Oh, we still have one in there. I'm waiting for them to come out. One's broody. She's sitting on eggs. Let's see. So ideally, I want everybody out of here when I'm raking. Small rake. It's a funny little rake. I didn't have chickens when Rick brought this rake home. He thought it'd be a good rake for something. I thought, no. It works well to push it underneath. Now watch that. I think that other chicken's gonna lay an egg. Maybe I'll come back later when there's nobody in here. And also it's easier to do with two hands. So. If that didn't look good, that's because I'm using one hand. I have the food inside because we're in between rains. Again, it rained most of the day yesterday. I had some time in the morning, which is like today. I have some time in the morning to do something. The Rat Pack. The originals. The ones it started with. What a bad hatch. 6 roosters, 1 hen from a white Silkie farm. But I have 10 hens now and a couple more roosters. I had a really good hen hatch last year. Thank the Lord.